ripped to right field. Tardif underneath it, makes the catch, ends the threat, but not before those Yellow Jackets put up 6 runs in the 8th inning. Got to give a lot of credit to the Ohio Athletic Conference champs for sticking it out and grinding through to make this still a ball game. We're back for the bottom of the 8th inning. Baldwin Wallace has done everything they needed to make this a game. 6 runs on 2 hits last inning. 6 runs, 2 hits, 4 walks. 3 of them walked in runs for the Yellow Jackets, and they are back at it. A huge 3-run double by freshman Alex Ludwig, who I said before isn't playing much like a freshman at this point of the season, given Baldwin Wallace new life. In steps Joe Tardif, the right fielder for the Red Dragons, against the Baldwin Wallace pitcher Michael Hubert, a.k.a. the lefty Craig Kimbrell. Upstairs outside, 2-0. It was an extended break for Hubert with that big 6-run inning. Baldwin Wallace sent 10 batters to the plate, so Hubert might have been iced a little bit by his offensive output. There's a strike in there. 2-1 count to the diminutive Tardif. Tardif fouled it off. 2-2 count now to the 5'9" right fielder. Tardif on the season, .377, leading the team in hitting. Takes that one low, full count to the feisty right fielder. Tardif also has a stolen base on the day, his 5th of the year. Full count offering from Hubert to Tardif. Tardif swing and a high pop. Just a shallow right field. Badia is underneath it, makes the play, and 1 away in the bottom of the 8th. So when we hit the 7th inning stretch, it was 9-1, thinking Cortland might have been on cruise control, getting ready for that game, the next game against Southern Maine. But that 6-run top making this much more interesting. As they say in Milwaukee, the cheese is that much more binding. High pitch, ball 1 to Mahalski, the third baseman. Mahalski 1 for 2 on the day with a run scored and a walk. And another base hit up the chute. Second hit of the day for Michalski as Cortland looks to rebound from that monster inning from Baldwin Wallace. So the streak of leadoff hitters was broken last inning, even though there was the second hitter that made it on base for the Red Dragons. And that trend continues with Michalski being the second batter this inning, reaching on a base hit. That'll bring up shortstop Paul Dondero with one away here in the bottom of the eighth. Michalski draws a throw over from Hubert, a healthy lead from the third baseman, dancing around, and Hubert misses high for ball one. Michalski is very active on the base paths, at least dancing-wise. However, he only has 4 stolen bases on the season in 6 attempts. He induces a throw back over just to keep him honest. Clearly getting into the head a little bit of Michael Hubert, the pitcher for Baldwin Wallace. The delivery from Dondero, nice bunt. And he is safe. Excellent bunt by Dondero. Kind of put Bonner in a tough spot. Should he field it or should he man first base? It's a tough play for a lefty pitcher to have to make that play. Hubert didn't get off the mound fast enough. Dondero on first with a bunt single, and something brewing for the Red Dragons. First and second, 1 out, bottom 8, with the leadoff man Antonio Pregana in the batter's box. We might see another bunt here too. He offered at it and missed. 0-1 count. The freshman center fielder slugging .403, getting on base .433. The dance between Michalski and Hubert continues. This time Michalski at second base. Pregana lets second pitch go by. This one low and outside. 1-1. 1 out, 1-1 count. 2 runners on, first and second for Antonio Pregana, the center fielder for the Red Dragons. He has started 36 games now for Cortland in his freshman season. Fouls that one off, a screamer off the netting above the dugout here at Falcon Park. Rookie of the year for Cortland. For all of the SUNY Conference as well. .363 batting average, 45 hits and 124 at-bats, 34 runs scored, 3 doubles, a triple, 12 RBIs. Actually, he added another one, so that's 13 RBIs, .403 slugging, like I said, .433 on base, 9 stolen bases, filling up that stat sheet. One of the most impressive, only 14 strikeouts on the whole season for the leadoff man for Cortland. Great pick by Kaltenbach into the dirt. Full count, keeping the feisty Michalski at second base. So full count, 1 out to the leadoff man, Antonio Pregana. Michalski at second and Dondero at first. Here comes the offer. Work Section 3 area, and not just baseball. They've had recent championships in lacrosse, cross country, as well as track and field and football. That one on the outside corner. 1-2 count, 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th. Bases loaded for the Red Dragons. And Michael Hubert, the pitcher for Baldwin Wallace, trying to wiggle out of any damage. Bavard, a protective swing, fouls it off. Count remains 1-2. A fantastic game it's turned out to be between the 1 seed Cortland and the 4 seed Baldwin Wallace. Hubert continues to pound the strike zone, and Bavard continues to foul off those offerings. 1-2, 1 out. Mahalski at third. Dondero at second. Pregana at first. In at the corners on defense. Double play depth otherwise up the middle for the Jackets. Huge swing and a miss. And Bavard goes down with a huge second out. Monster out for Hubert to get that second out. Defense goes back to their regular depth, and it brings up designated hitter Matthew Personius. Personius ripped a single up the middle last time and came around to score. 2 down for Cortland in the bottom of the 8th. Hubert trying to wiggle into and out of trouble. That first pitch to Personius in there for strike 1. Mahalski at third, Dondero at second, Pregana at first. And Hubert trying to get some late inning magic. Wiggles another one in there. Nice off-speed pitch on the inside corner. Caught Personius looking. 0-2. 0-2 count, 2 outs. 1 pitch away from sneaking away with no damage. Big pitch here coming up. Good job fighting it off by Personius. And the count remains 0-2. On deck is Ralph Nuzzi. If you can recall, he came in for Patrick Shetter as a pinch runner in the 7th. Slow grounder to Badia. Badia to Bonner. Ends the threat. No runs given up. Baldwin Wallace's dugout's pumped up, coming out to congratulate their defense. And we head to the 9th. Baldwin Wallace needs 2 to tie, 3 to take the lead, but they only have 3 outs to do it. We're heading there next. We're back here at Falcon Park, top of the ninth inning. Baldwin Wallace down 9-7. Last chance for romance for the Yellow Jackets, the winners of the Ohio Athletic Conference. A monster 6-run inning in the 8th made this all possible. On the mound for Cortland, reliever lefty Isaiah Hudson, who came in and pitched extended innings on Thursday, got the win over Westfield State. His foe, the burly number 31, Phil Wells, who promptly ropes one into right field with another hit. Phil Wells is still in college, but he's acting like a professional hitter. His 10th hit of the tournament in 4 games, and that earns him a spot on the bench as they pinch run for him and bring in Reese Albright, the junior outfielder, with clearly more speed. But Wells did his job getting on base to start the 9th. That brings up the tying run, Trent Kaltenbach, who was able to reach base safely last inning, came around to score via the walk. He takes strike 1, 0-1 count to the backstop. Isaiah Hudson looks at Albright, then delivers to Kaltenbach. Deep fly ball, Pregana got it. 1 away as Albright scampers back to first. That brings up the 9-hole hitter, Kyle Pennington. 1 out here in the top of the 9th. On deck, the lethal Chase Knodel, still looking to extend his senior season. Pennington sees strike 1. The junior third baseman also scored in that 6-run 8th inning. Albright takes a modest lead. Pennington ropes one into left field. Station to station go the Yellow Jackets. And it's 2 men on with 1 away. And we're at the top of the lineup. And Chase Knodel. 0 for 1 on the day. 0 for 1 on the day with a pop out and 3 walks. Still looking again to extend that school record 25 game hitting streak. We have a new pinch runner coming in for Kyle Pennington, who roped that single. His day is done. In steps Andy Blau. So a little bit more speed for Baldwin Wallace with Knodel at the plate. First pitch swinging, high pop to left field. Bavard underneath it. Easy out for the second out of the inning. So Knodel seemingly he's now 0 for 2 on the day. That streak definitely in doubt. That brings up perhaps the best hitter for Baldwin Wallace. Tying run at first base, winning run in the batter's box, Dudley Taw. 2 outs. Isaiah Hudson throws it outside corner. Another pop-up, this one out of reach, out back. 0-2 count remains with 2 away. Albright at second and Blau at first. Taw has 2 RBIs on the day. One was an RBI double, another was a walk. Another gapper here could make things very interesting. Isaiah Hudson looking in. 0-2 pitch. Swing on a breaking ball. Just gets a piece of it. Fouls it off. Taw stays alive. And the Baldwin Wallace season stays alive. 9-7 Cortland over Baldwin Wallace here in the top of the 9th. 2 outs. 0-2 count. Dudley Taw at the plate. just missed the outside corner. The Cortland fans are incredulous. They can't believe that wasn't a strike. 1-2 is the count. It was an outside pitch. Taw lives to see another pitch. Hudson looks in. Another one on the outside corner. This one further outside. Not as much of a kickback from the Cortland fans, but loud nonetheless. 2-2 count. 2 outs. 2 men on. With the 2-hole hitter, Dudley Taw, looking to keep his season alive. Hudson looks in once more. Looks back all bright. He fights off another. An excellent at-bat between Hudson and Taw. Two really good players at their craft, doing their thing. This is the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Still 2-2 count. Hudson giving everything he's got. Taw giving everything he's got. Just willing themselves to keep this game alive. Tremendous performance. That's what college baseball is all about, folks. You're seeing it live. Hudson looks in. Gets it from Massa. 2 men on, 2 out, 2-2 count to Taw. Rips another one foul. We're going to see pitch number 9 coming up. Listen to that crowd. They're loving it. So much on the line for both teams here. One swing could go either way, could end the game, could give Baldwin Wallace the lead. Hudson outside, full count. So we have worked it to a full count. 2 outs, top of the 9th. Tying run at first. Winning run in the batter's box. You can't dream up a better scenario. Baldwin Wallace looking to keep their season alive. Cortland looking to keep their season alive. The swing and fouled off the first base side. We're going to do it all over again. Pitch number 11 coming up. So much on the line here. Cortland's got who they want on the mound. Baldwin Wallace has who they want in the batter's box. It all comes down to this. Fly ball to center field. Is it going to drop in? Diving effort by Pregana. Does not count. 2 come in, and it is a tie game. Dudley Taw with a huge bloop double. 9-9. Baldwin Wallace comes all the way back. They were down 7-0. They were down 7-1. They were down 9-1. And now it is 9-9. Top 9. 2 outs to go. Dudley Taw, the winning run, or go-ahead run, at second base with right fielder Alex Markham in the batter's box. Unbelievable action here at Falcon Park. They were playing no doubles defense, and it was just enough for Pregana to come up short-handed on that effort. Great play. And it allowed Albright and Blau to score to tie the game. Another bloop into short left, right center. Looks like Tardif has it. And that will do it for the top of the 9th. But the Cardiac Kids keep it rolling. 9 runs in the last 3 innings to tie up the 1-seed Cortland Red Dragons. 9-9, heading to the bottom of the 9th. Could you ask for anything more on this Sunday afternoon? Welcome back to Falcon Park. How about the action we're seeing in the last half an hour? 8 runs from Baldwin Wallace from the 8th inning on. Dramatic fashion, Dudley Taw ties the game on a 2-run double, 4 RBIs for Taw, 59 on the season, keeping Baldwin Wallace's season alive, forcing the hand of Cortland. Cortland is now in. They were up 9-1 heading to the 8th inning. Took out a lot of their big players, including Patrick Shetter, who was replaced by Ralph Nuzzi, who promptly grounds out to Michael Hubert. That brings up Marcos Perivalaris, the second baseman for the Red Dragons. The Red Dragons are not in a situation they haven't seen before. They were tied with Westfield State late in their game Thursday evening, and they won it in walk-off fashion from a passed ball. So they are not, they're used to seeing stressful situations. 1-1 count as Perivalaris swings and misses. 1 away here in the bottom of the 9th. Baldwin Wallace is hoping to extend it to the 10th inning to see if they can keep their momentum going. That ball was fouled off. This has been a tale of 2 games. The Cortland offense has just been chugging along. They had 5 straight innings where they scored, including 4 in a row with 2 runs each. Meanwhile, Baldwin Wallace was having a hard time getting anything going, and then exploded for 6 in the 8th, 2 in the 9th, 1 in the 7th, and gives us 9. 9-9, 10 hits for the Yellow Jackets, 13 for the Red Dragons, in a very fun and entertaining game. This brings up backup catcher Jack Massa, who came in for Justin Teague when the game was 9-1. He takes for strike 1. Hubert, 3 up, 3 down, and he's really pumped up. This Baldwin Wallace side not giving up, man. This is really impressive stuff from the OAC champs. How does All right. Top of the 10th action, free baseball. Yellow Jackets with miraculous comeback, down 9-1, now tying it up 9-9. That brings up Spencer Badia, the second baseman, keeping those hot bats going. Into the 7th inning. Safe play. Badia sliding head first into first base. They give him a hit on a tough play. This is excuse me swing. Mahalski has a tough play, throws a little offline. Nuzzi had to come off the bag, and Badia is safe at first. That brings up Alex Ludwig, the hero, one of the heroes, I should say, for Baldwin Wallace. A 3-run double by Ludwig made it a 9-7 game in the 8th. He offers at it and pulls it back outside. No strike. Ball 1-0 with Badia on first. Michalski in the grass at third base looking for a bunt from Ludwig. Gets it down. Michalski goes to second. Gets him out on the throw to Dondero. So Badia is hosed at second. Ludwig gets charged with the fielder's choice. Mad at himself that he couldn't put it in a better spot. And that brings up Jacob Bonner, the first baseman for the Jackets. How about what we have just witnessed? It looked like we were in cruise control for the second game, and Cortland was gearing up to play Southern Maine. But here is Baldwin Wallace batting in the top of the 10th inning, saying, not so fast, Red Dragons. 1-0 count here to the first baseman. High pop. Ludwig was running. Now has to go back to first base as Perevillaris makes an excellent play over his head for out number 2. If you recall, Phil Wells ripped a base hit last time. They substituted him in for Reese Albright. Albright now with his first batting appearance of the day. So Wells' day is done with 3 hits. Well, at least. Oh, what a pickoff move by Isaiah Hudson. And Ludwig gets picked off, ending the inning and the threat. We go to the bottom of the 10th. Cortland looking to end this guy in extras. In steps right fielder Joe Tardif. Cortland stemming off that stunning comeback from Baldwin Wallace. They put up another 0 in the 10th. And Cortland's looking to win it here in the bottom half of the inning. First pitch high and outside, ball 1. The offering from Hubert. Hubert came in. They were down 9-1. He's thinking, this is just cleaning it up. Little did he know he could be pitching for a record. Fly ball out to right field, tailing away. Excellent play by Alex Markham. So he might not be getting it done in the batter's box, but he certainly is out in the field. 1 away for the Red Dragons. In steps third baseman Matt Michalski. Michalski's reached base 3 times today, 2 hits and a walk. That one leaks away from Kaltenbach. Ball 1. Like we said before, Cortland is no stranger to extra inning games, even in this tournament alone. They beat Westfield State 5-4 on a passed ball. But looks like they're going to have a little bit more work to do here against Baldwin Wallace as Mahalski flies out to left field harmlessly, and that brings up shortstop Paul Dondero. Dondero 1 for 4 on the day with a run scored. That one was a bunt single up the first base line, and he beat the pitcher to the base. Hubert blows that one by him on the outside corner. 0-1 count. 2 outs here, bottom 10. 24 combined hits between the two teams. 18 combined runs. That one was a much more solid rip for Dondero. A rip base hit up the middle. Make that 25 hits on the day between these two teams. And Dondero keeps the inning alive. Looks like we have a pinch hitter now out in center field. We're going to be calling up number 2, Frank Vesuvio, the sophomore. Vesuvio from Armonk, New York, went to Byram Hills High School. Coming in a big spot with 2 outs, one with a winning run on first. Dondero, a decent runner. He does have a stolen base on the season on 3 tries. Swing and a miss from Vesuvio on the Hubert pitch. We've reached 3:30 in the afternoon here on day 4 as Vesuvio takes for strike 2. 0-2 count, 2 outs. Hubert looking to get out of another inning to see if Baldwin Wallace can do anything on the offensive end. Cortland has something to say about that first. Runner, Dondero was running on the play. Pitch in the dirt, low, 1-2. Dondero reaches second base. Heads up, base running, an aggressive play there by Dondero. Now a base hit might end it. Vesuvio, a pinch hitter. Second time we've seen him at Falcon Park this week. Here comes the pitch from Hubert. Slap to right side. Looks like Markham's underneath it. Makes the play. Ends the inning. And we head to the 11th. Tied up 9. All right, we're back here in the top of the 11th inning. Reese Albright in the batter's box to face off against Isaiah Hudson. We've got a few changes out there for the Cortland defense. Staying in the game, playing right field, Frank Vesuvio. And Joe Tardif moves over from right to center as Albright grounds that one out to Perry Valaris. Throws to Nuzzi for out number 1. That brings up catcher Trent Kaltenbach, part of the big 6-run 8th inning, I should say. We're tied up 9-9. Winner of this one advances to take on the Huskies of Southern Maine. Can imagine Southern Maine has to enjoy watching a game like this. Seeing both teams get into their bullpens a little bit, giving them the advantage of more arms. And here we are back to the pitcher versus batter duel. 0-2 count to Kaltenbach. Here comes Hudson's delivery. Kaltenbach a little late on that one. A fly ball to deep right field. A little bit of trouble for Vesuvio. But he comes underneath it. A little bit of an adventure out there. Ball sailed on him a little bit, tailing away. And that's out number 2 for the Red Dragons. So that'll bring up third baseman Luke Razante, excuse me. Razante came in for Pennington after he was pitched run for. Andy Blau came around to score. And Blau scored the tying run in the 9th inning. And Razante came out to field in the bottom of the 9th. 2-0 count to Razante, his first batting action here at Falcon Park this week. Hudson going extended innings longer than anticipated, thinking that he may just go 1 inning, get the save, and move on to play Southern Maine, except Baldwin Wallace had something to say about that, scored 2 in the 9th, and then we're here. That puts us here in the 11th. That one's on the outside off the corner. 3-1 count. 2 away to the backup third baseman. That ball is fouled off. Back to a full count. Luke Razante from Highland Heights, Ohio, Mayfield High School. Fouls that one off, fisted off, sends some of the Baldwin Wallace fans scattering out of the way. If you're keeping score at home, that would be error on the fan, but nothing in the scorebook. Hudson, 3-2 count, pitch, another fisted, almost the same spot. This one goes off the roof, however. And we're going to see full count pitch number 3. Another muscled off pitch, fisted. Hudson pounding that inside corner. And Razante not giving in. If you're looking for a thesis to work on in a sport management or sports psychology, you should take a look at how many foul balls come off on a full count. 4 in a row now, 5 in a row now for Razante. I implore you to look that stat up. It's worth researching. 3-2 count, 2 outs. Back up third baseman Luke Razante in the batter's box against Isaiah Hudson. Hudson gets his man, strike 3. That'll end the 11th, top of the 11th, with Cortland still looking to get one more run in a walk-off fashion. you. Here we go to the bottom of the 11th. Left fielder Colin Bavard into the batter's box, facing off against Michael Hubert, going extended innings himself. Came in a 9-1 ball game, and now 9-9 in the 11th. Bavard and Cortland looking to get something started to potentially have a walk-off victory as the host team. Pitch, the first pitch of the at-bat, low over the shoulder of Kaltenbach on the bounce. 1-0 to Bavard. High and outside, ball 2. Bavard moonlights as the leadoff hitter or the number 2 hitter, depending on what Coach Joe Brown wants to do at the top of the lineup. Either way, the youngster is a big part of what Cortland's about on offense. He sees strike 2 come in. Bavard, .310 on the season, 44 hits and 142 at-bats, 40 runs scored, 9 doubles, 2 triples, 2 homers, as he fouls that one back. 24 RBIs, a .444 slugging percentage, and a .453 on-base percentage. He does lead the team with 11 steals in 15 attempts. That one's low and away, and it's a full count, 3-2. Who could end it with one swing? Personius finally digs in after getting the call from manager Joe Brown. Hubert checks back Bavard. Hubert has been out there for 4+ innings, then throws back to Bavard to make sure he is not getting that big lead, knowing the scouting report, 11 steals from Bavard. Getting him to second base is Personius' number 1 priority at this point. He's going over to talk over to Joe Brown, manager of the Cortland Red Dragons, legendary national champ Joe Brown. He gave an earful to a few of the umpires over the past few games, making sure that his team was getting the fair shake that he thinks they deserve. In steps Personius back with an 0-0 count. Oh, decent throw back by Hubert. He had him leaning a little bit, but Bavard slides in safely. The next offering to the plate will be Hubert's 60th. But instead, it's his 4th straight throw to first. In a critical juncture such as right now, you can't really blame him, especially with a speedster like Bavard at first. Here comes the pitch to Personius. Quick release. And low and outside, ball 1. Third baseman Luke Rosante in tight on the grass to try and prevent against the bunt. Pitch is high, 2-0. And that will draw Coach Harrison out of the box to come chat about it a little bit with his lefty hurler. So a big spot here for Cortland. They blew an 8-run lead late in this game. That'll do it for Michael Hubert. But it might be They still might be able to survive an 8-run blown lead with a run here. Baldwin Wallace going really aggressive here, calling Danny Cody out of the bullpen. Danny Cody pitched on Friday a complete game and he was dominant against Westfield State. But there is no tomorrow if you don't win today. So Harrison not pulling any punches, saying, I got to get my best kid out there. And he puts Danny Cody on the bump. Danny Cody has been rock solid for Baldwin Wallace all year long. He has a 7-3 record in 16 appearances. 14 of those were starts. He has a 3.14 ERA. In those 16 appearances, he's had 83 innings and has given up 79 hits, 29 earned runs, but has 100 strikeouts. So this kid has swing and miss capability. And I'm sure that's what Coach Harrison had in mind with the 3, 4, and 5 hitters due up for Cortland. Mind you, this 3, 4, and 5 lineup for Cortland has a lot less bite in it because Ralph Nuzzi pinch ran for hard-hitting Patrick Shetter in the 7th inning. And that takes Shetter's bat out of play. He already had 2 doubles on the day. And if we go an extended look down the lineup, Jack Massa took Justin Teague's bat out of the lineup. So here we are, Danny Cody trying to be superhero for Baldwin Wallace and keep a 0 on the scoreboard for the Red Dragons. Personius has already seen 2 pitches, both of them wayward, from the then pitcher, Michael Hubert. Sees his first pitch. Runner goes, ground ball to Badia, who gets his man, Personius, as Bavard advances to second base. Job well done by Personius to at least move the runner over for Ralph Nuzzi. 1 away here, bottom 11. All the marbles on the table right now. Ralph Nuzzi back up first baseman for Cortland in a big spot. Could win it here with a gapper or a potential slow roller through the infield. Bavard, an aggressive base runner, and you can imagine Joe Brown will probably send him to anything hit to the outfield. Cody pushes him back to make sure that Bavard's secondary lead isn't too aggressive. Infield's playing relatively deep here to make sure that they can keep every ball in front of them. And here comes the pitch to Nuzzi. Pitch just inside, 1-0 count to number 16. Nuzzi came into the game in the 7th inning as a pinch runner for Patrick Shetter. He's had 1 at-bat already. This is his second. And Nuzzi on the season has not hit very well. He is 1 for 12 on the season. So he's in there as a base runner slash fielder, not much as a hitter. So this is a huge drop-off compared to one of the best hitters in the entire conference, Patrick Shetter. And Cody's coming right after him. 2-2 count here, 1 out, bottom 11. Bavard at second, winning run at second with Ralph Nuzzi at the plate. Cody, long look at that one after misses just inside for a full count to the backup first baseman. On deck, second baseman Marcos Paravalaris, who's been on base a few times himself. correction, this is Ralph Nuzzi's first at-bat of the day. Pervolaris 2 for 4. Nuzzi with his second hit of the season proves to be the game winner. Ripped up the middle. Colin Bavard comes around to score. Game over. Cortland survives another walk-off special, 10-9 over the Baldwin-Wallace Yellow Jackets. It was a tremendous comeback by Baldwin-Wallace, but it falls just short as the die-hard Red Dragons, the 1 seed, the host of the New York Regional and the D3 Championships, survives yet again, and they take on Southern Maine in about an hour. Unbelievable stuff. Ralph Nuzzi, ladies and gentlemen, with the walk-off, his second hit of the season, just 2 for 13 on the year. Here we are thinking it's a downgrade to not have Shetter in the lineup, and Nuzzi comes through with a monster hit to score the speedy Bavard. And once again, Cortland escapes with a walk-off win in extra innings. Got to give a lot of credit to that Baldwin-Wallace side. They could have folded after the 7th inning down 9-1. They certainly made it a game, proved why they belong in this regional. But they go home, pack into Berea, Ohio. They should hold their head held high after a 33-14 season. Tremendous effort all around. Great game.